Well, let me say this about Durk. This man, yeah, I made a whole video on it on my Jada Black channel. Y'all go and check out my initial thoughts on Lil Durk. But I'll end the live stream by talking about this. You know, Durk lost a lot. He's lost family in the streets, and to me, you have to choose what you want to be. You want to be in these streets, or you want to be a famous rapper. I would listen. There are people who trolled him about King Von. I think he took that to heart. And it's sad because that really wasn't something that he should have done. Like, they had a fight. Lil Tim took his life during a fight, and they determined that it was in self-defense. And they didn't even go after Lil Tim. You know, if this is all true, they went after the people close to Lil Tim. They went after Quando Rondo and what, his cousin, Lil Pap. That's bad. And then they got a paper trail. They got a snitch. It's crazy. People trolled him into crashing out, and his haters won. You see, I thought Durk was smart and wasn't gonna let these people troll him into crashing out. But unfortunately, he listened to them. He listened to the people around him. One of them is a snitch, an informant who was egging him on. To ride for Von. And he listened to those people. I would have kicked those people out of my circle. I would have kicked those people out of my... Anybody telling me I need to crash out for somebody else, I'm not listening to those people. Because if we get caught, I'm the one that's going to be doing the most time. Because all y'all going to be telling on me. This is why, again, you have to move different. But when you have these people around you who are still in these streets, because look at the FBG Duck situation. Them dudes did not have to take FBG Duck's life. All them O-Block dudes. But they did it anyway because they were still in these streets. FBG Duck was getting out the streets. And now all them dudes went to jail. And you look at this Durk situation. They got a paper trail. Of credit cards and rental cards. I mean, you just gifting everything to the police. You just gifting everything to the police. Like you just did the job for them. One committed suicide. Right. The time for crashing out needs to stop. Okay, Brian, I'll check it out. The time for crashing out needs to stop when you got something to lose. If them dudes want to go get back, let them do it. You don't need to be involved. There's a story, right? Maybe some of y'all heard the story of the used car dealership guy. Him and his girlfriend were running a car dealership business together. He hired a hitman to take the life of his ex-girlfriend in the middle of the day. Walked into the business and took her life, right? He goes on a run. They find him and arrest him. They arrest the dude that did the hit. The dude that did the hit said that not only was he going to take her life, he was going to take the life of that dude if he would have been there, but that dude wasn't there. So he saved his own life by not being in that dealership that day. So the dude, the used car dealership guy, he asked for a speedy trial. He basically, I think he pled guilty to some things. He only got like 10 months probation, I think, or time served. So he's out. And he orchestrated the hit of his girlfriend. So I will say this, and there was all types of evidence there. And the guy who killed the girl, he got a lot more time. I mean, I don't think he's getting out of jail. This Durk situation go in a couple different ways. It can go in a couple different ways. But they're definitely going to try to turn those people against him. They already got one snitch in the camp. This is why, again, people leave the streets alone. The streets don't love you. The streets don't exist. The streets are a myth. I just look at everything that has gone on in Chicago. King Von didn't even lose his life in Chicago by none of the gangs in Chicago. He lost his life to a situation with people that ain't even from Chicago. And then Lil Pap, the cousin of Quando Rondo, he loses his life in LA. Quando Rondo ain't from LA. They were just in LA. And then you got people who are allegedly connected to Durk in LA as well, tracking them. And takes Lil Pap's life in a city none of them are from. Now, this ain't the only story of people from Chicago coming to LA to take somebody's life. There was another story about that, of Chicago gang members coming to LA to do a hit on somebody in LA. I don't know what it is. The Chicago guys go to LA doing hits. I don't know. But listen, if you want to be a street rapper, you better leave it in the studio, because they are looking for opportunities to lock up you rappers. And y'all are just gifting these cases to the feds. So we'll see what happens moving forward.